I offer you greetings in Swahili, Abaragani. I want to talk today about relationships 101. If I can subtitle it, it'll be what is a real relationship? Because so many people really don't understand what a relationship is. Webster says that a relationship is the way two or more people behave towards or deal with each other. The second definition is a romantic or passionate attachment. There's some things that a relationship is not. A relationship is not one person doing all of the giving and the other person doing all the receiving. That's not really a good relationship. That's not a relationship. Matter of fact, that's selfish. When one does all the giving and the other one is just there for the ride, it's almost like slavery. You know, when a slave would do all the work, but the slave owner will reap all the benefits. That's not really a good relationship. And it cannot be unilateral, or it has to be reciprocity in order to have a good relationship. And what do you mean by reciprocity? Well, reciprocity means give and take. Both men and women, we have the tendency to be selfish creatures because it's all about my needs, my wants, my desires. It's not about us, and some of us are just like that relative that always come to the family cookout that never really bring nothing, but always leave with the big plate. Because some of us treat relationships just like that. It's all about what can you do for me? And that's not really a good relationship, because the question must be raised when we talk about relationships. What do you bring to the table? And don't make the mistake, because some women, they think in their heads, well, I bring my body. Ladies, if you cannot use your body to control men, if you use your body as a tool to control men, that's nothing but witchcraft. You got to bring more to the table than what you just your body, because witchcraft is the spirit of control. When you put a hex on somebody, it's to control their mind. So when you use your body in a wrong sense to control a person's mind, believe it or not, that's nothing more than witchcraft. And you have to be careful that you don't get caught up in that type of game. Destiny Child had a song out called Bills, Bills, Bills. And I want to talk about that because, to be honest with you, if you're looking at a relationship just for the benefits of somebody paying your bills, then you're in it for the wrong reason. Because if when a guy dates a woman, if she has bills before he start dating her, and she has bills afterwards, it's still her bills. Now, once they marry or whatever, if they decide to split the bills, if they decide to come together and so forth, that's cool. But the reality is that do not allow that to hold over a brother's head, that if you don't pay the bills, I'm saying if you're married now, I'm not using this if you're not married now, but if you're married and you're saying, well, I'm not going to give him sex because he's not doing what I want him to do. And I want to tell you that if you value your relationship any, you shouldn't use sex as a mean or tool to control. When I can't have my way, I just close the gates. That's not the way to be. There's an old cliche that says that if you don't feed a dog at home, he'll go out in the streets and eat. I mean, I didn't make it up. That's just the old cliche. But we're talking about relationships 101. And I can't just deal with the women, just go off and talk to the women and tell the women, get on the women about what they're not doing or so forth. Because the reality is that women, when you're dating a man, you shouldn't be looking for somebody that's going to play Captain Save You. A man can't complete you. You got to know your own worth. A relationship shouldn't be what you can do for me, but a real relationship ought to be how can we come together and build together. That's what a real relationship is. A real relationship is pulling together through all, no matter what you're going through. And fellas, a relationship is not just about sex. We got to catch this thing because women are more emotional creatures and men, we're more physical. And you got to understand that when you talk about being intimate with a woman, the word intimate is said to be, somebody once said the word intimate means to look into me. Intimate means to look into me. And that's what she wants. She just wants you to be able to relate to her. She wants you to be able to look within her. She's saying that I want you to see how I really feel. I want you to know my thoughts, my ideals. I want you to value me. And that's why women oftentimes complain and tell us men, you really don't get it. They tell us men, you really don't understand. And the reality is, fellas, most of the time we don't understand, but we'll lie and say, yeah, I do get it. I do understand, when a lot of times we don't understand. And the reason why, because we're still in the physical. We really want physical penetration. We're not concerned about the situation. A lot of times men, we are selfish and we come off as though, it's all about my needs, my wants. But we all can find common ground when we pull together. I hope you enjoyed this time together. Bye.